Well, how are we doing, everybody? Hope you're all okay. We've got a bit of sunshine out for a change. This is the second to last round of the Lindholme Bomb and Feeder Individual Winter League. Now, I haven't filmed any of the matches from this competition, so that's why I'm just going to give you an insight today into what this competition's been like. Just like most venues, it's fished really, really hard, certainly by the standards of this fishery, you know. Yes, the favoured areas have been still producing most of the time, but the weights are much, much lower. So, say for example, you've got a good peg last winter and the winter before that may have a potential of catching 80, 90 pound. This winter, it's been 20 and 30. Now, this is a weight competition. So it's cumulative weight over 8 rounds, and you drop your worst 2. Now, for me, it was always going to be a bit of a challenge because I missed the first 2, and which was nothing I could do about that. And so, as you can imagine, in weight competitions like that going through winter, sometimes the first 2 rounds are the ones you really need to be competing in, because that can be when the bigger weights are going to get caught. So it was always going to be a challenge for me. I've done all right where I've been drawing, I'll be absolutely honest. I've had a lake win and 2 or 3 section wins, but they've been with low weights, you know, unfortunately. So it's all about weight. So this is the second to last round. I've just had some breakfast. I've got a nice hot cup of tea. We're drawing in about 15 minutes. There are 60 anglers in this league. Now, I'm not filming this as a live match for you today. The next live match film, the full live match film, will be on Monday at 6:30 on the Catch Fishing channel. So keep your eyes out for that. It's not at this venue. It's at a different commercial venue. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. But what I will be doing today is just showing you the peg, showing you the lake, and telling you about my approach. You know, it's been a very different way of fishing this year because the fish haven't been feeding. The previous 2 winters, a lot of fish have been caught on the method feeder. This year, certainly the lakes I've drawn on and where I've been, it's been dominated with the bomb. Bomb and corn, bomb and bread, being very, very mobile, just dotting the bomb around, sometimes only leaving it in for a minute before casting it somewhere else. And it's not a way of fishing that I can do it. And you know, I know about it, obviously. I personally prefer to feed somewhere. You know, I always feel as though when I've fed somewhere, whether you've loose fed corn or pellets or with a method feeder, that because you've fed somewhere, you're actually going to get a run of fish. And it's never felt like that this winter for me with a bomb, because you're just picking off odd fish. So that's the style of fishing that it is. We're going to draw, it's a random draw, so I could draw on any one of 5 lakes I think there are in today. So it's wide open at this stage. I can't tell you how I'm going to fish it because I don't know where I'm going to be. So I'm going to go in there, get a peg drawn. I'm going to check in with you at the peg and just show you the approach, show you how I'm going to tackle it. And it looks like it's going to be a really, really nice day. So I'll see you up at the peg.
Everyone will start your draw. It's your second to last round of the individual league. We've got 5 lakes in, plenty of space. We'll pay the top normal payout with sections and your frame overall. Golden pegs, first one for 300 quid. 69 bonsai. You want to win? Do we have you?
Go on, third one.
Change the technique.
This is it. Let's try it. There we go.
Strap in.
12 laurels. Laurels, peg 12. There we go. Loads of options. As you can see, I'm about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pegs out of that corner. I've got an island there. There isn't anyone to my left. Got an island there. There is an island there, but that's not my island. I can go halfway. And then I've got an angler on peg 14 there. Tiddy's down there as well. And I've got to admit, this can be absolutely brilliant. It can be an absolutely fantastic draw. And I'm quietly confident for a few reasons. But as you can see, you know, I've got quite a few options here. So let me just quickly give you a quick idea of how I'm going to approach it. Lots of options on a peg like this, as you can see, you know, and I'll be absolutely honest, I do fancy it for a few fish. I've got to admit it. There was a big weight off here about I think Charlie Simpson was on. I don't know if he was on this one, somewhere here. I think it was this one. He was on this peg 3 or 4 weeks ago. He had a big weight, about a 90-pound weight, and there was a weight next to him as well. So I really do fancy it for a few fish, I've got to be absolutely honest. But as always, I'm very, very cautious this winter about the approach, you know, because it's easy to not quite get it right, you know, with the way that you're fishing. Just to put things into context, it's been cold over the last few days. However, yesterday was very, very windy. Very windy, and we had a little bit of rain, but it was certainly a lot milder, and it's milder now. So we are kind of hoping that all that wind, you know, it'll put tow onto it, it'll put some air into it. Hopefully, we're hoping it's going to have woken the fish up on all the lakes, not only this lake, but I'm hoping it's woke the fish up a little bit. It's been nice to win the lake today, but there are times when this lake's been won with 30 pound. That's no good to me. You know, I need 100 pound. I'm that far behind because I missed those first 2 rounds, because I've drawn in areas where they haven't thrown up big weights. I need weight. There are only 2 rounds left, and I need to catch 100 pounds, simple as that, to get me back in this, or as close as I can get. And then I still need to hope that I'm going to catch in the last round as well. So I'm going to stay really positive. I think I know what I'm going to do. There's about 10 minutes before the off, so I'm going to quickly show you the approach, and then get my head down, and hopefully I'm going to find some fish somewhere in this peg. I've got quite a few options, as you can see. So I've got the open water. I think I'm going to start there in the open water. I can go to halfway, straight in front of me. So that's where I'm going to start with a bomb, just to see if there's anything there, see if I can get any liners. I've got the option dropping a method on there as well, a little open method feeder. I'm going to ping a bit of corn, just here, where my finger is there, and the odd pellet as well, I think, because it is a bit milder. Just going to put the odd pellet there, just to cover my options. And I'm also going to loose feed down to this left, somewhere down here, where my finger is now, somewhere there. So that just gives me a couple of options. Obviously going down into that corner, it's nice and quiet, and I can't go right down this margin, as you can appreciate, because of this tree here. It's going to stop me casting right down there, but I've certainly got that line there to explore, and the wind's blowing down there as well. I've got 3 rods set up that are virtually identical. These are the rods that I've used here for the last 2 winters. XRC feeder 9 foot, XRC bomb 9 foot, and an XR feeder 9 foot. The only difference in them is obviously the word bomb. Bomb is slightly lighter action than the feeder version. That is it. And I've got two set up with bombs on, and one with a method feeder. And the bombs are these little pellet bombs that I've been using all the last 2 winters. I can change that down to either a 7.5 gram or a 5 gram if I need to, which is something that I can work out when I'm fishing. And that's it. I'm going to keep it simple as that to start with. I don't want to go spreading bait everywhere. I'll get an idea of what's been caught to my right, and I can see 1, 2, 2 anglers, 3 anglers on that other bank. I get an idea about that's peg 4 down there, what he's caught, and that's it. So I am expecting it fishing better. I do need a good weight, and there's no point in me catching 20 or 30 pound today. It's no good to me. I need to be catching, you know, a big weight. So that's what I'm going to fish for. And yeah, I think I've got all my options covered there. I can change things as I need to, you know, with feeding, depending on what I see, and it's winter fishing. You know, we are expecting it being better, but it may still be quite hard. And that's it. So I'm going to get my head down, catch what I can, and I'll check in with you straight after the match. Hey up. This will not take long. Yeah, I've got 5 pound in each net, so there's 3 nets. So I'll let you have a guess at what I've got or haven't got. I needed 100 pound today, so I thought if I put 3 nets in for 100 pound, then that's what I need. Yeah. But I didn't get the 100 pound. I can't believe
I had 13 with just surface.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, well done, mate. You've had plenty of bites then, haven't you, as well?
Yeah, plenty of bites, but I couldn't. I tried 2 hours with prawn for.
Did you?
At any time.
All right, and then you've gone onto maggot. Go on, I'll chuck these in. There's only. I had to be optimistic, didn't I?
You never know, do you?
Well, I know. But you nearly ran to peg this morning, and you're just not getting bites. No liners. It's. I don't think I've caught one on corn. Yeah. Did you?
Yeah, barbel.
You've got to be good to catch barbel on here. There's only one in. That's it. I'd like to say there was more, but let's show you what I've got. Very disappointing. 17, all right, underestimated. I'll just quickly show you now what we got. Mixed bag. There we go. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well done,
Thanks,
mate.
lads. Thank you. Not the day that I wanted. I've got to admit, I'm really disappointed. But it's been a gradual thing throughout the day. You know, when you can see after half an hour and your tip hasn't moved. I just haven't had any bites, any indications. I've had a couple of spells where I was getting liners, and you know, there definitely weren't loads of fish there. That's because I would have been getting liners, but I've definitely left some fish in the peg, 100%. If I'd slowed things down a little bit and taken my time and bored fish on, there definitely I would have caught a few more. But obviously after 2.5 hours, I need a weight. So, you know, I'll openly admit that I have pushed it. I've pushed the peg quite a lot. I've been a little bit more active with the bomb, dotting it around different areas, searching for fish, for quick fish. I've only had, I think I've had 3 fish over that area there. Let me just get it right. Just where have I fed? There, where the end of my finger is, just approaching that tree where it overhangs. I think I've had 3 fish there. And that's been really disappointing because I felt that, you know, I've had corn there as well. I felt I could have had a run of fish there, especially later on, and it's just not happened. So I've started on bomb and bread, and I'll quickly summarise it for you. I've started on bomb and bread, and I've had 1 or 2 indications, liners, and so it's told me that there were 1 or 2 fish there, and then I've caught a couple of fish. One of them was the first one was about 2.5 pound, an F1. That had literally only been in about 30 seconds. And then the next 3 fish have literally been as big as my hand. Really disappointing, them little stocky carp. And then that's been it. Now, one of the things that you might notice, the eagle-eyed ones amongst you, it's flat calm behind me. Now, I'm not saying that this had any impact whatsoever, but if you remember at the start of today, the wind was blowing down into this down here, and apparently it's been blowing down there for the last, it was hacking down there really strong yesterday, but after about an hour today the wind switched round and it's off my back now, and it's actually blowing across towards that other bank and into that bottom corner where peg 1 is. Now, I'm not saying that's had an impact, but they have caught over there. The lad opposite me, he's done brilliant on peg 40. He's done brilliant. Really slow start, you know, first 2 hours he's hardly caught anything really. And then he's ticked over, and then he's picked off the odd fish. He's had some really nice stamp F1s. And I'll not tell you exactly what he's fed, because he might not want me to tell you what he's fed. But he has fed, and he's caught over his feed. And he's just ticked over nicely. But like I said, the stamp of the fish have been really good. You know, they've kind of been, the F1s have been kind of 4-pounders. So I think he must have 45 pound. That's what I think. So he's been on peg 40 over there. I think he may have caught 1 or 2 down his right hand margin as well. You see where it's choppy over there. I've been on that peg. I was on that peg last winter, and I caught some fish down that right hand margin late on as well. And then the other lad over to his left, is he 4 pegs to his left? He's caught really well as well. He's got 30 pound plus, possibly 40 pound. He's caught as well. And I think there's been 1 or 2 weights down there on pegs 2 and 4. They caught not mega, but there have been 1 or 2 carp caught down there, 1 or 2 big carp as well. So disappointed that I didn't find a few more fish, but I'll openly admit that if I'd slowed it down, if I'd been much more patient, I would have caught a few more fish. But like I say, I needed a big weight. You know, I just didn't want to sit there and limp to 30 pound, you know, when I need much more than that. So I have pushed the peg. You know, I started feeding a little bit heavier over here in front of this tree, just to try and trigger something into happening and hope that I was going to get a run of fish late on, you know, rather than just pick off 3 or 4 to the end of the match, hopefully get 10, you know. I did, after an hour, start pinging a few pellets straight out in front of me, just past pole range, and I have seen some fish caught on that line today, over pellets. We did predict that because it's a little bit milder, that pellets might score over corn today, and I think that's definitely, well, I've seen it happen today. So fishing wise, I think I've had 5 fish on bomb and bread. I can't remember if I've caught a fish on corn. I don't think I have. which is the first time this winter. And my other fish came on a little open method feeder, a little tiny 15 grammer. But the problem with that is, and I have had this issue on here before, and I know some of you have as well on your local fisheries, is just a 15 grammer, an open method feeder that I could just slide on top of the stem that I've been using for the bomb. Is that when you have, like, how many times have you cast out with a method feeder with pellets around it and a little wafter that you might catch an F1 straight away or a carp, but then your next 2 or 3 fish are little tiny skimmers, and it's just as though that once you've had a cast or 2 casts to that spot, the skimmers find it and then that's all you can catch, because they're there mopping up the micro pellets. And I did have it once before. I once drew on peg 4 over there, and exactly the same happened there. You know, by the second cast, wherever I went with the feeder, the little skimmers appeared and you're just getting rattles, and obviously you don't want to be catching those fish. So that's it really. I will put a full result up for you. I'll give you an idea, just let you know how the complex has fished. For me personally, my league is over. There's only 1 match left, and I'm going to be so far behind that I'm going to need about £130 or something ridiculous, which is not impossible, but it's obviously, you know, a massive task and highly unlikely with the way that the fishery is fishing. But the good news for you is, because I'm no longer in contention to frame in the league this winter, as a thank you to all you lot for following these daily videos that I've been putting on here, I am going to film that live match, film that last match as a live match film for you. So, because there isn't really much chance of me framing, I'm going to bring the cameras along and film the last round for you as a live match from end to end. And hopefully there will be some action to film in between as well, just so you can see how that pans out. And that is going to be a random draw as well, so that could be on any one of the 5 lakes that they are using here in 2 weeks' time. I think that is the last one. So I hope you've enjoyed this bit of an insight. If you have, as always, please keep giving these videos thumbs up, because that's telling me that you like to see these daily fixes of just sharing some of the experiences with you. That I'm actually, you know, getting involved in at the moment when I'm not able to film it as a full film live match for you. And if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I've got lots of matches on lots of different venues this summer, going right the way through this year. And so I'm going to get the rest of this gear packed away. Dad's in the van. I think it may be fish and chips on the way home. I don't know. I'll have a word with him. And I've got a day off tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to be editing the live match film, the next live match film for you, for YouTube. So I will be editing that tomorrow, and that will be live the following day on Monday at 6:30 on the Catch Fishing channel. So hopefully you're going to enjoy that full length live match film. So for me, tomorrow is a desk day. I will be at home tomorrow. I will be cooking a Sunday lunch as well in between editing. So hopefully you're going to enjoy that when that's uploaded. So thanks for watching, everybody. Really appreciate it. Please keep the likes coming. And here is the full result of today's match. Winning the match easily has been Emma Pickering. Peg 24 on beaches. She's had a massive £92, 12 ounce. Emma always does well in this league, and she's won the match easily today, and that's probably put her right to the top of the league. In second place, well, second, third and fourth have all come from Laurels. The lad who's been opposite to me today, who I pointed out earlier, he's put together a brilliant £59, 14 ounce. He's just had a nice patient match. He's caught on a couple of different lines that he's fed, so we knew that he'd done well. And the lad over to his far left has weighed £47.15 on peg 36. And then where I was sat over to my left on the other side of the island, over there is peg 4, and that is where there has been a £46.10 caught. So it's clear to see that there were some fish in that area. I don't really know how many fish I've had in front of me today at certain stages, but like I said on the bank, you know, I've definitely left fish in the peg. Were there enough fish there to get the big weight that I need? I don't know. And how I would have caught them, I'm still not sure. But it does show from those pegs there that have put some weight on the scales that there were some fish in that area. And then finally, you've got the section winners there, which go through all the different lakes from Laurels, which is the lake I've been on, Bonsai, Beaches, Loco and Benny's. They are better weights across the board. We did expect that with the recent weather. So I hope you've enjoyed this bit of an insight into this event. I will be filming the 8th and final round as a live match for you. So hopefully you'll enjoy that when that's put together. So thanks for watching, and I really look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.